Good evening, YouTube. This is Derek Hardball Crazy coming back at you this evening. I'm giving you my showcase binder of my Michigan State baseball collection. All I have is one binder's worth of cards. Michigan State does not have a rich history in baseball as they do much at basketball or football. So life in a Big Ten school, we don't produce a lot of players like we do the Southern schools do. But we've produced a few major leaguers, and we've got a few other players in here too. So I'll showcase who's been played at my alma mater. They're all in alphabetical order by player. Usually that's how I do it, like you read in a media guide. First page, A.J. Actor, top left corner. He's the last Spartan to play in the major leagues. Very briefly with the Twins and Angels. A couple other guys who have major league cards but never really made it to the major leagues. It's Mel Bainey, Dick Billings. Both played in the 70s. Tim Burtzis, 80s and 90s with the A's and Reds. Middle one I got through the mail autograph. Got a few of those here in this binder. Japanese card he didn't finish his career in Japan. 1991 BBM. This is Tim Crabtree, pitcher for the Blue Jays and Rangers. Got some 92 draft pick cards in the Michigan State uniform. A few various players here. Wayne Fonts, former played baseball in the 60s, but was a former Lions head coach. Got a few football players here who played baseball also. There's Steve Garvey. More notable ones. 71 rookie card. Missing a few of his early 70s cards. Got his autograph through the mail also. Steve Garvey's. I don't want to take too long on some of these players. But he's got his cards post-playing days, his post-playing day cards. There's Cam Gibson, draft pick card. He's now with the Tigers AA Erie team. Kirk Gibson's kid. Around the base, look to see his picture. If you remember, his dad running the bases looks exactly like him. Hat falling, hair flowing, helmet fell off. And here, of course, is Kirk Gibson, one of my all-time favorites, probably my all-time favorite Tiger baseball player. 84 World Series hero, 88 World Series hero. College football All-American too. His 81 Coke is his rookie year cards right here. I think I have over 200 Kirk Gibson cards in here. Still missing a few. Can I quickly go through here? I don't want to make this video too long. Dodger cards. Played briefly with the Royals. Very briefly with the Pirates. Back with the Tigers. We love Gibby here. He's now a Tiger announcer. He doesn't do it full time because if you don't know, he's battling Parkinson's disease. As the ultra competitor Gibby is, he calls it Gibby versus Parky. Him as a manager of the Diamondbacks. A couple of old guys, Don Gross and Ed Hoball. Some of these older guys, the Big Ten didn't allow freshmen to play baseball, so it's hard to tell if they actually played at Michigan State because they were on a freshman team, never played and never lettered. But you see the media guide, not a letter winner, but part of the alumni, so this pro team signed them out before they actually played a varsity game. So guys like Don Gross, a couple other guys I mentioned, never was playing a varsity team, but was on a freshman team, but made the pro team sign them away. Dan Howitt played briefly with the A's and Mariners. The Judays, Bob Juday, 92 Classic draft pick set. His career minor leaguer was his other brother, Rich Juday. Steve Juday, the father, he was a quarterback in the mid-60s. So you got the father and two sons. Jack Kralik was another one of those guys who was a non-letter winner, major leaguer. Kruger 79 TCMA Japanese card. He pitched briefly with the Red Sox. Todd Crum. He played pro ball with the Tiger system. Also was a football star on the 80-78 Rose Bowl Big Ten championship teams. Played in the NFL Europe. I think he was in it briefly in the NFL once, very briefly. There's Hobie Landreth, if you see in my last video. I think the only one I'm really missing of him in his playing days card is the 55 Bowman. It might be something else, but I think it's the main ones. John Leister. He played a few late 80s with the Red Sox. He's also starting quarterback with the MSU in the early 80s. Bruce Look, brother Dean Look. Both played pro football and baseball. Dean Look, brother, was a long-time NFL referee. Al Luplow. Got Mark Karwitz and Bob Malik. A couple guys who's got pro cards but never made the major leagues. Dan Masteller had a cup of coffee with the Twins. Rick Miller, former Gold Glover with the Red Sox and Angels. Al Moran, Earl Morrill. Last notable Michigan State player in the majors, Mark Mulder. Of course, we all know, if you're old enough, you know Mulder, Zito, and Hudson are quite the trio in Oakland. He's a really good pitcher until he hurt his shoulder. Got quite a few Mulders. Don't have all of them, obviously. I'm not I'll go chasing all the inserts and stuff. When I see one, I'll pick one up I need. But I'll go out and trying to search for all the rare Mulders or not. The cards of the Cardinals. USA cards. The only thing I really want to get is a Mark Mulder in a Michigan State uniform, which he does not have. Larry Pashnick. Pitched with the Tigers. Tigers traded before in 84 seasons before he became World Series champion to the Twins through the mail autograph. Ron Peronowski, the longtime Dodger pitcher and pitching coach. Leroy Powell. This guy's name is Nick Pikachuko, I believe. He played the Warriors. The only time he played in the major leagues was during the World War II years. A lot of guys, major leaguers, went to do the war efforts, and some other players who usually won't be in the majors made it. And TCM made a Warriors set with him in it. Ron Pruitt through the mail autograph. Senior League cards. Remember Senior League? Lasted like 1 or so year. Dick Raditz, the monster, little star relief pitcher of the Red Sox in the 60s. Hall of Famer Robin Roberts. The only really playing days card I have is with the Orioles. I have one with the Phillies in my regular baseball collection. Probably should get more Robin Robert cards. There's cards with the Spartans. I have extras of this card here. If any of my Phillies viewers, subscribers want one of those, I can get you one of those. He was a Yankee. He was a part of the 62 spring training with the Yankees, but never played with the Yankees. So there's a picture of him with the Yankees, though never played with them. Post-playing day Robin Roberts archives and all-time great sets and fan favorite sets and so forth. A couple minor leaguers. Brad Van Pelt played at Michigan State as a baseball player. Of course, he's a football star. He also played in basketball. And so I actually have cards of him in the baseball, basketball, and football cards. Herb Washington, you know, the famous pinch runner. He was actually A's. Never played baseball at Michigan State, but he was a track star at Michigan State. All-American track star. Has some Big Ten records. And he was the Michigan State Letterman, so he's in the set. Major leaguer. Only full-time pinch runner in Major League history. And my last guy listed is Tommy Uchik, who was 54 World Series, also 54 World Series MVP. The only time Michigan State made the College World Series. Didn't win it all, but the only time they ever made it. He was a star player. I was a star catcher, played briefly for the Tigers. Also played in the pro NFLs. He was an NFL quarterback in Michigan State too. Here's some oversized cards. Gibson and Garvey. Classic Gibby running the bases top right. And here's my manager section. This is the Danny Litweilers. And there's John Cobes, who's the all-time winningest manager in Michigan State history. Managed from the those two produced a lot of major leaguers. There you go. That's my Michigan State collection. Give you an idea.